do the 4 days on the work program, and within 30 days, you're either going to have to pay that $550 or show me a valid license. So literally, I'm going to pay you $550 to go get your license.
You ready to take a plea today? There's an offer on the table.
Yes, the offer that,
Attempt.
for that exam, what is it called?
So the offer that, as I described it to Mr. Blanton,
Guilty.
yes, so, I got it.
Attempt, resist, and obstruct. Right. Which is a misdemeanor, which means you're going to be on the hook to me for probation, but you're not going downtown. You understand that? All right. You understand? You can sit down. I mean, I know it's instinctive, but you're okay. You understand your rights and the options those rights give you today?
Yes.
And you understand we're ready to go for the preliminary exam. You understand what an exam is all about. You want to take that deal?
Yes, knowing that it's not a
It's not going to be a felony, and I'm not putting you in jail again. Well, I might put you in jail if you just completely don't do what I tell you to do on probation. You understand that? Okay, all right. Okay. Mr. Martin, if you can voir dire to get me the facts I need for June 3, 2025 in the city of Romulus.
Thank you. If I could just confirm one thing on the record.
Sure.
So, Mr. Mohammed. Okay.
Mr. Blanton, you've got another file that you need to be sentenced on today too. You know that misdemeanor charge?
Yes.
I'm just going to give you 30 days in jail, credit for the 30 days you've already spent, and close that file out. Understood? You're okay with doing that without an attorney to represent you? So that file's closed.
I go for 18 judges. Are there 18 judges?
What's that?
Romulus right behind you. The old police.
Yeah.
Sorry. Small words might be very good.
No, I got you. The old building, yeah, the old court, they had, those were Wayne County judges. Yeah.
So, Mr. Mohammed and I are just iron.
Yeah.
So, when we had a prior conversation, he framed it as a sentence agreement. So I just want to confirm that with him.
But he knows I don't do sentence agreements. I do sentence recommendations.
So you there's an agreement.
Yeah. Which I probably won't do at all.
Understood.
But I will do this. I am not putting you in jail as part of your sentencing on today's file. Clear? I am going to order you to do certain things for probation. If you just thumb your nose at me and tell me no.
Voluntarily. It's not being a felony.
Yeah.
100% like it's got 12 months and 40 hours community service.
No, stop there. Hold on, Mr. Blanton. Hold on. That's just all stuff that they're recommending to me. I'm going to do what I think is best for Mr. Blanton.
Yeah.
Okay? It might be community service. It might not. It might be you have to go have a mental health evaluation, right? I might decide you have to do mental health treatment. I'm just letting you know. I'm promising you that the only way you're going to do any more jail time for me on this file is if you tell me, Judge, I won't do what you tell me to do.
Yeah. The only thing I said is that I was confirming that it wasn't a felony.
Absolutely. Yeah. As soon as I take this plea, I'm dismissing the felony. All right?
Yes, so although we had a different discussion earlier, Mr. Blanton, this is a sentence recommendation. It's not an agreement with the prosecutor. Judge Oakley will get to decide the terms. Does that include the length?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm making my assessment just based off of my
Okay. Let's just talk that out though. If we do that, then either A, I put him on the street, so we got to rely on him showing up for that appointment. Or I leave him where he's at, where he's probably going to sit for at least 4 to 6 months before that evaluation happens. Or we could move forward today and we could actually take steps that could actually get him some frickin' treatment soon.
And for the record, I believe Mr. Blanton is competent to stand trial. I am not requesting a referral for a competency evaluation. I have met with and spoken with Mr. Blanton on at least 3 separate occasions.
And I'm gonna use my almost 30 years on the bench to say, from my conversations to Mr. Blanton, I think he's got some issues, but there's no way I would expect the competency exam to do anything but put us right back here 6 months down the road.
I agree.
So with respect, Mr. Mohammed, I'm gonna deny your request. Because I think what's best for Mr. Blanton is to move this thing along.
Agreed.
You understand, Mr. Blanton, I want to put you on probation bad because I think we can get you some help.
I understand the situation, what's being revealed to me. I'm sorry for I'm sorry for thinking that the 12 months and the 40 hours of community service, I was just,
That might be where we end up. That's what they discussed, and that might be where we end up, but it might not be. But I'm promising you,
like, saying a little too many details.
yep, I just want you to understand, I'm not going to accept your plea today thinking I'm putting you in jail. I'm telling you right now, I am not going to sentence you to jail. All right, so let's get back to the plea.
I can lay a factual basis unless we want to do any more advice of rights.
I'm convinced you've discussed his rights and his options, and he's told me he understands those rights and options, right?
Just very
Yeah.
quickly. Mr. Blanton, so you are knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily taking a plea today, is that correct? Yes. And you're giving up your rights to hold a preliminary exam where we would challenge the witnesses, is that correct?
Yes, the only thing I add is that, location that I had the incident at is, my current residence. And, I can't guarantee a tether location.
That's okay.
All right, so I'm satisfied in terms of advice of rights. I'm going to move to factual basis. Mr. Blanton, I'm going to ask you a few questions to make out the plea to this offense, all right? So I'm going to take you back to June 3rd, 2025. On that day, were you in the location of an address 34170 McBride?
That is what being guilty is, all the details.
You were there, right? Yes. And that's in the city of Romulus in Lee County, Michigan? Yes. And did you have an interaction with police that day?
Yes.
And was there any point during that interaction where the police officers gave you an order that you did not follow?
As far as I'm aware of, pleading guilty is whatever the details are. If there's any stating that is what I did.
But you have to tell me more, Mr. Blanton, so I can accept your plea. Did you refuse to do something the officers told you to do that day?
I refused, I gave them a resist to arrest and I obstructed justice and I'm not exactly sure what the charge is.
Okay. My question is, on that day, did the officers tell you to do something and you didn't do it? Did they tell you to leave, or did they tell you to give you them a name, or did you try to resist their handcuffing?
My knowledge of plead guilty is to all the details.
No, that's not the way it works, Mr. Bland. I have to hear from your mouth. Go ahead.
Let me do this. Explain. So later that day, June 3rd, 2025, officers took you to the Romulus Police Department. Is that right?
That is correct.
And was there a point where they were trying to sell?
All that information is correct from where I was coming from.
Is that a yes?
And while they were moving you into the cell, was there a point when you were at any point threatening or using actual physical force against any of those officers? Yes or no? Yeah. Satisfied.
Before not satisfied, I'd like to ask some questions. That's okay with the board?
If you think you have to.
Sir, on June 3rd, 2025, were you at the location of 34170, right?
Yes. So
Is that located in the city of Romulus, County of Boyle?
I'll take note that it is.
And while you were at that location, did you resist Officer Otter by pulling your arms away from Officer Otter?
What is the charge I'm being charged with, sir?
Resisting and obstructing attempt.
Okay, and that was, okay. And was that officer in full uniform?
Yes.
and you recognize that officer as well, police officer.
I wouldn't be able to.
You knew he was a cop at that time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course, that's.
thank you. Did they get, anybody talk to you down there? Okay, so here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to do a pre-sentence today.
Okay,
While he's talking to my probation, just means an interview. My probation officer is going to interview you. While he's being interviewed by probation, I'd like you to have some conversation with the family and see if we can come up with some kind of a plan.
right.
Okay? Okay?
There's not already a PSI on file, right? Because he was supposed to be sentenced on that.
I don't think we ever did one.
Okay,
I don't think we ever did one because he was in custody all that time.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Or around this. Sorry for, saying different things that aren't.
You're okay. You're doing all right, Mr. Blanton. Yeah. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to put you back in the holding cell right now until we can put you in an interview room with a probation officer. All right? You're welcome. No, you did not disrespect me, Mr. Blanton. You're fine. You and I got no problem.
And so the case is not closed yet. There will be a future sentencing date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
But
it might be today, but I'm just not that hopeful.
I see. Well,
I'd like to sentence him today, but I want to have a plan in place when we sentence him.
thank you.
So, Mr. Mays, come on up.
Do the 4 days on the work program, and within 30 days, you're either going to have to pay that $550 or show me a valid license. So literally, I'm going to pay you $550 to go get your license. You understand your rights and options? And you understand the possible penalty for this added charge? Are you pleading guilty to that charge freely and voluntarily today? Did you drive a vehicle in Belleville on May 8, 2026?
Yes,
Was your license suspended, revoked, or denied?
yes.
I'll accept your plea to the added charge, dismiss the original charge. Mr. Granado, what should I know about this gentleman before I sentence him?
I think you should know that this is the only thing, standing, or getting his driver's license back.
Awesome.
Sign it, and he's gonna be, going into the Secretary of State's office to, get his license back, probably this week or next week.
Okay. All right. So you're real close.
Yes.
Are you working?
Currently now.
When's the last time you had a job? Where were you working?
That was out of 4 weeks ago.
Okay. All right. How long were you at Menards?
4 days.
All right. You got anything going?
Yeah, I got some side jobs, building a shed and.
Okay. All right. So before you leave the building, at the front counter, the far end, ask to speak to Mr. Taylor and tell him you're looking for work.
Okay.
All right. One of the hats he wears here is he keeps track of everybody local. Well, everybody. He keeps track of a lot of businesses locally that are looking for help. All right. And I see you're a local guy. Taylor. All right. All right. So back to work here. Before I sent you on today's file, it looks like you owe us, excuse me, $510 from a 2024 Van Buren ticket. Are you in a position to get some kind of payment plan set up on that? All right. You're going to talk to Mr. Taylor about those options too. All right. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a Christmas present. Usually on this file, I would do fines and costs of $500 plus late fees. Here, you got a show cost fee, so that'd be $550, and 4 days on the work program as an alternative to jail. Because you're so close to get your license, I'm going to tell you, do the 4 days on the work program, and within 30 days, you're either going to have to pay that $550 or show me a valid license. So literally, I'm going to pay you $550 to go get your license. Anybody to find me a better deal in the court system. All right, you got it? Go down and schedule your 4 days, talk to Mr. Taylor about employment, and talk to him about your options on the 510. Got it? Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next case, Your Honor, if you're ready to go is, Jefferson Avalos.
Dennison what?
What's your last name? Avalos.
Got it.
Good
Go ahead.
morning, Your Honor. Peter Rada, P78413, MIDC counsel for Mr. Avalos.
All right, so he's going to plead All right, both original charges are going to go away. We're going to do an impeding traffic on the limited access speed. And we're going to do a no valid operator's license on the operating without license.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So how about instead of doing the impeding traffic, which just gives her more work to do, I'll just hit him a little heavier on the money on the misdemeanor. So we're just going to process one file. All right. So the speeding ticket's going to be an outright dismissal. You understand that, sir? All right. And did you discuss your rights with counsel? You understand those rights and the options they give you? You understand that this added charge carries a possible penalty of up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs? And understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty to the charge? Are you doing so freely and voluntarily today? He's not threatened you to take this deal, has he?
No.
This is the deal that you think is best for you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Did you drive a vehicle on May 31, 2026 at a location of 94 in Belleville Road? And at that time, did you have a valid license? Are you satisfied?
Yes, Hunter, just to let you know that it had expired like a week before I used to go.
You got it back reinstated?
He has to go to the state, jump through some hoops to get it.
All right. Are you working, sir? Where do you work? How long you been there? Say again?
I work with Star Car last year.
All right. Anything else I should know? All right. All right. $500 fines it costs. Can you pay that today or need options? All right. Go downstairs and get a smile from the cashier and you're on your way. Good luck with your license. Counsel, I hope your last one is Lewis.
Yes.
All right, Lewis. Go ahead.
Yes, being rock and roll.
Mike, also for Mr. Lewis. Did you say that for the record? Jimmy Lewis Giants?
All right. Good morning, Mr. Lewis. You understand your rights and options?
Sure.
And you understand the possible penalty for no valid operator's license? Understanding all that, are you pleading guilty to that charge today?
Yeah.
Doing so freely and voluntarily? All right. The deal I've got on paper says you're going to plead to no operator's license on person and both original charges from May 29 would be dismissed, correct?
Yes.
All right. Did you drive a vehicle on that day, sir? And was that near 94 on Wayne Road?
Yeah.
And at that time, did you have a valid license? Satisfied, counsel?
Yes, sir.
So am I. What should I know about Mr. Lewis before I sentence him?
I just wanted to let you know that there are some, he's getting his affairs in order. He's got the 3 other jurisdictions that he's going to be meeting with either later this week or early next week to pay the fines and costs for expired tickets. And once that 3rd jurisdiction I'm just staying with is done, he should be able to apply for his license.
Okay. You got a job, Mr. Lewis? Where are you working? Okay. How long you been doing that? All right. Take care of your back. So before I get back to this file and sentence you, we've got other files you owe us money on. Let's see. We've got a 2025 registration or plate charge you owe us $300 on. 2025 no insurance you owe $378. And from that same date, equipment violation you owe $240. Looks like there's also a seatbelt ticket that you owe from this year, I think. Oh, that's the one we just dismissed. All right. All right. So it looks like you owe us $923. Are you in a position to set up some kind of payments on these?
Your Honor, I suppose he can pay $100 today and then he can set up a payment plan where he can pay $100 a month or more depending on, how many hours.
Okay. Yeah, get that set up before you leave the building then. All right. And once again, I'm going to sentence you on this file, but I've got some other stuff. We've got 2 files from August 4, 2025 from Romulus. Drove while license suspended and drove while license suspended. Is that right? Oh, one's from May 30th, one's from August. All right, so we got 2 drove while license suspended charges. We're going to set you up with a pretrial for August 14th on those. That'll work? That'll be 10:20 in the morning. That'll be on Zoom with Judge Martin. So,
You were gonna do
Yeah, we'll get you a paper notice on those, and I'll put you on a personal bond on those too. All right, raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 on each of these two files for a total of $2,000 if you don't show up for your court date?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can put your hand out. Now, anything you want to tell me before I sentence you on today's file?
I'm there.
All right, Mr. Lewis, on today's file, fines and costs are $500, and I'm ordering 4 days on the court work program in lieu of jail time. So that means instead of putting you in jail for 4 days, I'm letting you do work program. We run that program currently, we're running it 6 days a week. You decide which 4 days you want to work, and you schedule those 4 days. Go ahead. That's all right, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to be back. I work full time, so how would I do this there?
Are you working Monday through Saturday?
But even about the public, I'm using mine, I'm like, no.
No, it's an alternative to jail. Do you always work 6 days a week? Or is it like that your shift changes?
I have to do it, I gotta do it, I gotta do it, I have to take off today.
All right, so, and I'll let you spread them out, right? So if you think you can schedule 1 day off for the next 4 days or for the next 4 weeks without getting in trouble at work, all right, so try to get these 4 days banged out before the end of July. So I'll give you the rest of June and all of July, so you can spread them out a little bit so you're not getting into hot water at work. All right, you got that? Questions? Good luck. Anything ready?
A white Tesla flees police. Officers track it across the city. Moments later, a suspect jumps out and runs. According to police, the chase lasted only seconds before a firearm hit the ground. But inside the courtroom, defense attorneys began tearing apart the story. Did the suspect actually know police were behind him? Did officers clearly identify themselves? And could the prosecution prove exactly what happened during those critical moments? What seemed like an open and shut arrest quickly turned into a courtroom showdown over evidence, credibility, and reasonable doubt.